Whether I'm cheap or frugal, oops, and I'm gonna roof the shed with it. And so, but first, of course, I had to take that old table and that old door and make me a workbench, adjustable height, and so I hooked the wood table on the outdoor workbench here. We might move into the shed if I get it all fixed up, but temporarily, and it has adjustable legs, so you can screw it up and screw it down and level it out. I'm gonna put the mill out here, mill some of them boards. Yeah, I got, just like the channel, I'm complicated. Kind of got my gate working real good and hung my flag on the flagpole. Yeah, put up a stretch post for the fence. That's gonna look pretty nice. Keeps the dogs off the rabbits, not the rabbits out of the yard. What I kind of was goofing around and thought that, see if I hung a 2x6 redwood off the end of that, I could get me an eave. And then, since the material's 47 and a half, I marked it and I'm putting in screw boards so that I can, and I use 2x3 in the middle, and I'm going to use 2x4 on the end, and I'm still going to put another pieces of 2x6, all acquired at Steve's inexpensive price of assets zero, and I'm gonna make something. I think it looks cool. Weathered wood. It's gonna look like an old farmyard barn after I clean it up. It's just a little dirty, but it'll be watertight. And of course, it's kind of painstaking to drill the holes. If I use my high-powered drill, it'd be okay. But I'm using my favorite tool, Black & Decker, not a sponsor. The Matrix, got all the, we'll advertise. Gotta ask. Maybe they'll sponsor me. Maybe they won't. Probably not for a couple of years, But 2 holes in each end. This one, see, now I'm gonna run 2x4 the rest of the way. And I had to get 2 screws in each end of the 2x3s and 2 screws in the 2x4s. And then I'm gonna secure this down through this bar. I'm gonna either one way or the other. I don't know whether to come this way or believe that the wood will hold. I think it'll rip the screws out. I don't know. I'll think about it. Put enough of them in. Bought a bunch. Tree's still on hold. Gonna cut that one down. Got me some plywood, Trying to find just been kicking back, cutting some firewood for the winter, because I like that cheap heat in my little workroom. But it's coming together. That wood's drying. Anybody need an exerciser? Well, I've been pacing myself, because I rule time. Time doesn't rule me. Everybody's in a hurry except me. Trying to put all the screws in. FYI, be sure and put the back wall in first, and then you can get the front wall in. It's kind of a bear getting the belt on, but I did buy some parts, you know, but I only used the belt and one wheel. Okay. All the other parts were good. And this is how I get my $1 million collection, because I'll probably need a dryer in the future. Or if you were running a reconditioning service, you might want to have a few spare parts, you know, so I'll probably save the belt too, you know, just in case. If all I need is a belt, I don't think this one was as bad, but you know, and then we'll see. Like I say, whatever you do when you start a business, you know, maybe you like this kind of stuff. It was kind of clean work other than all that filthy lint. You know, do it in the house where it's warm. Stay out of the rain. You might have a back porch where you do your projects. Well, in the world of catastrophe, I don't know if you guys can see where the drain plug goes. Yeah, but it was rusted up. You know, them ladies with long hair, that after 5 years, that pipe clogged. And so that was one thing I did this week. But you know, plumber costs a fortune. I bought this at Harbor Freight for I think $14.99. The only thing I could get in there to get that out was a plumber's flex wrench, you know, and it was kind of a beast getting it in there, and I was thankful to get it out. So I'm gonna go buy a rubber bolt plug. You know, they make some plumbing plugs with compression little. Oh, you use a wrench and just squeeze it, and it seals it up so that it's not such a beast the next time. But that was one thing I did this week. Wonder what I saved there. I think it was, God, I was impressed, under $22. Plumbers just gotta charge $150, $200 just to show up nowadays. I don't know, with inflation. I haven't called one for a long time. And on top of all that, my wife's car broke down. I think she dropped a lifter, so I had to use my makeshift tow bar and haul that baby home. Wonder what a tow truck costs. But that's the value of a old truck. Kinda in the dark, you can't see it. Uh-oh. Whoa, what's that dryer doing here? Well, remember, this is the school of hard knocks, and it's called do it yourself, even if you are educating yourself. I never taken a dryer apart. And so since the thing was free, I took it all apart. Now it's still showing the code of the dryer sensor thing. And the motor didn't fire up. Don't know, you know. But every now and again, you have to think, would I lose? 6 hours learning a new skill, free.
because I tried to use it. It worked for 6 months. The only reason I got it was because the washing machine went out. I had a good dryer. And these old ones don't have all that electronic garbage. Sometimes old is good. That's why I say restore the old ones. All these electronics and things, you gotta be a genius to turn a washing machine on, because you got fluff and dry and poof and woof, you know. But my point is, you went to a tech school, how much would you have spent? And all I did was spend, well, I don't know that I got a full 6 hours, but I got a free 6 hours of education. And the reason why it's still here is because I haven't given up. So the sensor dryer thing, and so I may have to take off the last 2 parts and go back in here and see if the sensor right here is messed up. And the only 220 I got is over here, and I have to change the cord on and off to do it. But you know, free education, all because you desire it, not somebody else. You could do this with computers. You could do this with just about anything. Automobiles, I did it that way. You can do it with all kinds of things, you know. So get your trophies, avoid the predators, read your books, get one that teaches you. It's cheap education. I encourage you all. I lost nothing. I gained education. So, for the young that weren't born with good front feet or a silver spoon, you know, life can be good. You just have to devote yourself and keep learning something new, like me on the computer. And that washer dryer occupied my time. You know, what the heck? You could restore sewing machines. That's a nice one. Well, maybe I didn't make a professional wage this time, but I did save on college tuition, and I was trying to impress that honeydew. Sometimes life is sweet. Enrich your life and finances. You know, time is infinite. It'll come. Water under the bridge. And what you did with that time, I learned something. Free. Other people just sit and watch them ads that, you know, my best videos are garbage. No education. Just BS. That's what everybody wants to watch. They don't want to learn. They want to be entertained. So the humor is working. They want to hear smack. But if you want to have a good life and improve your finances, then spend your time learning something new. It's even fun. Learning is fun. Da 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 da. Like, subscribe, comment. YouTube, podcast. Like, share. Pass it on. Remember, not all of us were born to rich people.